Stiles and Malia experience their first fight, I guess.
Their first cute fight.
It's so adorable though. You're gonna love it.
It's probably different than most breakups on other teen shows.
It's pretty adorable.
Could it have something to do?
She's so attached to Stiles. He's really helped her transform into this new life as a human. So, I mean, and coyotes, I believe, are very faithful to their pack. And so I'm sure she was really, really let down.
Dylan, why would Stiles lie to her?
He was protecting her, you know, I mean, or at least he was doing what he thought was protecting her, and it was, you know, obviously it turned out horribly. But he knows that that guy's bad news, and, you know, naturally, if she finds out that he's the father, she's gonna want to have a relationship with him, and he wants to, you know.
So there's a little selfish reasons in there too. I mean, because you don't want her to leave.
Yeah, he doesn't want her to go. He doesn't, you know, he wants her all to himself.
Okay, so that was
We had like a full-on discussion about like how Malia knows what sex is since she was like 7 when she was turned. Like,
We don't like to talk about it.
I've gotten really brutish over the past year,
that's
apparently.
all we need to know.
I mean, one of my favorite scenes is when we've got the chains for, you know, it's gonna be the full moon and Malia's afraid she's gonna transform and hurt people, and Stiles is telling her it's gonna be okay, and he's got, you know, balls and chains and the whole ordeal, and, you know, once he comes in, he's like, I don't even wanna know. I think that was so perfect for their relationship.
Where were the balls?
Yeah, where were the balls?
I don't know, I made that up. Thanks for pointing that out. Not let, like, they don't let anything go, it's great.
Stiles, I imagine, will not be thrilled at a potential Scott Malia.
I think he would love it. I think he loves us, and they're not together anymore. And like, if one of my exes got with one of my best friends, I think it was really cute, and they were really like happy with each other. I think it was adorable.
What? What the fuck?
So I had to ask my friends, who's your favorite Teen Wolf couple of all time? Here's what they had to say.
Well, of course I like Stiles and Malia. And what I really like about that pairing is how no one else around gets our love, because it could be pretty aggressive, especially on Malia's side, but that's how she shows love. So I think it's unique and unconventional, and it's kind of how I am in real life.
Talk to me a little bit about working with Dylan O'Brien, because obviously you guys, Stiles and Malia, have a great relationship. What's maybe your favorite thing about working with Dylan?
We are professional when we need to be professional, and then we know how to let loose.
Yeah.
I think we have really good banter, and we both really enjoy what we do, and it's really important to us, but we also really enjoy just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always, we're very, I think, playful in our scenes, and our characters are so fun, and the mix of those two together, it just makes for such a great day at work.
Yeah. What about Stiles and Malia? Are they going to face any challenges this season? Especially like maybe the Desert Wolf?
Right, yeah. Stiles wants to help Malia with that. You know, like he knows that she, you know, this is her mother, essentially, that she's on the search for. And he wants to help in any way he can with that. Stiles and Malia are always good, you know, like I love their relationship, just how it is naturally. It's so genuine and sweet, you know, and innocent. And I think they're very similar in so many ways, you know. But yeah, you gotta have some bumps in the road, you know, some Ross and Rachel bumps.
We were on a break.
Yeah. A lot of that can come into play, but at the same time, maybe not, because we're just so cute together.
Yeah. Is Stiles helping Malia with her math? Is she getting better at math?
Yes.
Shelley, I have kind of the same question for Malia, because Stiles was such a crucial part of her life when she kind of like entered this world, entered this pack. If he never existed for her, how is she maybe a little different?
She's out of control.
That's fun.
He's what grounded her. He taught her to be a normal human. So with his absence, I think we're gonna see Malia losing control a bit in all aspects.
Yeah.
We started putting hints to it in 6A, and the writers were really into it, and I said, all right, well, let's go for it and see how it looks. So
nice.
We'll see. We'll see if the audience comes at me with pitchforks. They do anyway, so.
Or like even just that, or just dodging behind you would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I love the fact that I love the idea that like
And I
you
just
walk
get
through and you
bigger
just
and
kill
bigger.
everyone, and I'm just like, yeah, go baby, go. You know, it's like stuff like that's hilarious. So even if it's just that.
Stiles and Malia, have they or have they not been to the Bone Zone?
Wait, what's the Bone Zone?
Brown chicken,
Really?
brown cow.
Have they made love?
I think they have.
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I mean, Malia is very physical. I mean, they are as coyotes, so that would make sense.
I mean, that's great because I think that moment at the end of last season with, the sheriff sort of being like, oh, let's take you out for pizza was pretty great. I mean, what do you like about her being ushered into that world in such a big way?
Well, she can use all the support she can get. I mean, she just found out her father's not her father. She's still looking for mommy. So it's great to know, I'm sure, in Malia's world where, I mean, everything's been flipped upside down, it's great to know that there's a family there for her at all times.
We get to experience like a little bump in the road later on in the season. It's like the first kind of our relationship, but I look at it as being really cute because every relationship experiences that, and we just kind of do a little bit, and I don't know, it's cute. It just shows how much we like each other,
Yeah, my favorite thing about Stiles and Malia is, not every couple out there is super touchy and sweet and kissy, and we have our own way of showing affection, which I think is really fun.
Yeah, it's cute. It's adorable.
We're adorable, is what
We're
he's
so
trying
adorable.
to say.
Are you guys Stalia or Stadia fans?
I don't know how it works with the shipping terms and everything. I mean, but I'm a fan of both relationships for different reasons. I know that sounds like the most PC answer ever, but like,
I'll edge it up a little bit.
no, I don't know. I mean, Stiles had feelings for Lydia for so long, and he still does, and he always will. But it just, for whatever reason, like things in life do. Sometimes it didn't work out, and and he's moved on, and he's comfortable with feeling the way he does about her and having her as a friend, and he's found the importance of finding somebody who, reciprocates. I mean, they sort of just become a team, not just like relationship-wise.
We have a work relationship.
Yeah.
And then a home.
And then we come home and we separate them very nicely.
Like, hi, honey.
Yeah.
How's your day?
It was good, baby. I saw you a lot.
Yeah. Weird.
Good fight.
I miss
before.
you.
Originally, there was a full tilt sex scene written for that, and I said no. Because I am somebody who does not believe in something like that. I thought you guys would boo me for that. Yeah, no, I had discussed with Jeff because it was literally written as like a, then we started kissing, and then literally it had paragraphs that just like enclosed tear off, and it was literally going to be like a sex montage. And I just thought, like, in the midst of that episode, like everything that was going on, like, it was just so derailing. Yeah, it was so derailing. So like I just said to him, like, yes, okay, if you want us to connect and want us to have that, that's fine. But like, no sex for the sake of sex. Like that just doesn't fly with me. And so we decided to have it with a nice tender moment with them, like, with her being like wanting to try something else, and then like you see it's all told with looks, and then we embrace and we lay down and we have the handhold, and that was supposed to, sort of allude to the fact that we were going to sleep together. Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about your character. Obviously she's in this romance maybe-ish with Stiles, we think, like an undefined relationship, right? Okay, which is fine, right? But I hear there's going to be trouble down the line based on something with her parentage or her background or something like that.
I think the turmoil will happen soon.
Okay.
And there is a part where Stiles has to face whether or not he wants to tell Malia about her family heritage, and I'm sure there's like a conversation within the pack of trying to decide, should we tell her? So they struggle with that, and then there's definitely some turmoil between Malia and Stiles, and it's really, really sad.
You're with Malia. We like it. We kind of like it. But is there any chance that a Lydia romance can happen anytime soon?
I think there's always been a chance,
And what do you think? Who should Stiles be with?
Small chance.
Who should Stiles be with?
I think someone who makes him happy and someone who, appreciates him and shares, similar outstanding qualities of his, I don't know. I think Malia right now kind of fits that mold, and And it's been really good to finally see him with someone, A, instead of just pining for someone, and B, seeing him with someone who appreciates him so much and is so loyal to him, you know, because he's such a loyal character, and that's kind of his whole thing. And
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
Little
great.
spoon, big spoon.
Yeah, we love
Yeah.
we love that dynamic, you know.
I think most girls would be offended, but
I
I've
think
already.
most dudes would too. Yeah.
I worked with. Yeah.
I know, girl. I'm not the little
That's a really,
spoon.
really good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just it's so perfect though. It's exactly like, you know, I don't know. We love that about the relationship
Yeah.
between Stiles and Malia.
There's a lot of damsels in distress on television, and what I love about Jeff is he writes really strong female characters. And my favorite part about Malia is that she's the big spoon. The little spoon.
I mean, how cute is that?
I mean, it makes Malia look stronger.
And she's also under the same roof as the boy she likes, which
Right. I mean, I don't recommend that to you guys back at home. Just be careful. I don't know.
Oh,
well,
we don't touch on that.
I prefer that. I prefer to be more physical. Not talking sexual. Physically active.
Hilarious. I love when you throw that
Sporty.
guy down in the premiere.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What is the deal with Stiles and Malia at this point?
Wait, what's the question?
What is the deal with Stiles and Malia? Are they dating?
They're unique. They're unlike most relationships in high school, I think. They're...
Do they have sex? That's what.
I love sex, of course.
Sex is good. Sex is bad.
Unless you're married. Oh my God.
Like, you know, that's why I love that scene, the adventure that we have in that Eichen House episode, and that scene in the basement. You know, it's just very nice. It's sort of like a break. We kind of take a break for a second, and feel like, you know, from all the chaos that happens all the time. I think it's just been very sweet to have this relationship, you know, for each of our characters in these difficult times.
I think both of our characters make the other character better, which is a good thing in real life relationships. And I think it's, you know, in real life, sometimes people do come into your life at the right time, and that relationship really works because they're making each other better. So I like that it's really, really important.
Fans love Stalia, obviously. Cool. Because they're not really your typical kind of cliche high school romance, right? But they still really love each other. So my question is, how will their relationship be tested in season 5?
I don't know. You know, I feel like I feel pretty confident in them, and I feel like they could survive most tests. You know, and I feel like that's where they're going right now, at least. You know, I feel like their love is really real and you know, mostly unconditional. I feel like. You know? I mean, they're high school kids. You got to give them some leeway, I guess. But yeah, I feel like they adore each other, and hence it's adorable, and they're both so sweet, I think, and really funny. Yeah, I don't know. I love their relationship. It's great.
Obviously, there's a weird love triangle going on. Is there going to be any awkwardness between Malia and Stiles and Lydia?
What love triangle?
All I know, I mean, Malia is only aware of what her and Stiles has. She's not aware of anything else.
Why do you guys think it's so much harder for the inner circle to trust Theo coming into Beacon Hills than it was for them to trust Kira and Malia when they were new characters?
Because they're cute.
Because we're feminine, we're females, you know?
I'm
boys.
boobies.
Bias towards the girls. Boobies.
That's what I was trying to say.
Basic natural 16-year-old instinct, you know? The girls, you'll be like, all right. All right, well, they're pretty. And then Theo, you're just like, I don't like him. This guy's gonna impede on my pretty girls.
I wish I had a scene with Boyd Stiles.
No, there was none.
That would have been fun. Maybe in season 5.
There was a sort of a scene.
Oh, that's true.
And I'm just like.
My eyes were halfway closed.
There was a time when Malia just wanted to actually go back to being a Coyote. Do you think that that's still going to, do you foresee that still being an issue? Or?
I showed up to season 4 and I was like, yep, I'm still going to fight. And I was thinking my character was still in that same place. I didn't realize that, you know, off camera, some time had passed. And Malia had
accepted human life. But I think Stiles had a lot to do with that. And I think in real life, coyotes choose their mate very early on, and they stick with them until they die. That's a little dramatic to say about teenage kids, but I do think it's a part of Malia. They're very loyal, and so she's going to be very loyal to Stiles.
Malia sort of fits into this world in an interesting way because she's so much more mature on some level than the rest of them. She's been living in the wilderness, she's away for her own. What do you like about what she brings to the show?
I like that she brings honesty. She doesn't have a filter, which can be a little rude sometimes, but that's why she has Stiles to explain to everyone that she doesn't mean any harm. It's just all she knows, and that's one of my favorite parts about Malia is her honesty.
All right, all season long, Malia had been crushing on Stiles, but we're crushing on someone else.
Ship Malia with Stiles or Theo?
Stiles.
Theo.
Who was Malia's mother? No one really knows for sure, and maybe Stiles will try and help her uncover that mystery since he's such a good little detective.
When you're talking about Stiles, how is that relationship going in the new season?
You know, they're about to be seniors if Malia passes. And it's going to be an interesting year. I mean, it's kind of the year where you make these decisions for the rest of your life. Not necessarily permanent, unless she gets knocked up. I don't know, but
Do you prefer Stiles with Lydia or Malia?
I don't think it's a choosing thing. I think. I know you guys prefer one or the other. Lydia was Stiles' first kind of love and crush, you know, and that'll always be that for him. But it was never really reciprocated, and I think Malia's been a very sweet thing for him, and
Yeah.
I loved the non-traditional relationship between Malia and Stiles, and I think I'm glad that I saw that on television. You know, her being the big spoon, him being the little spoon. I just thought it was unique, and I really enjoyed the humor in their relationship. And obviously Dylan makes me laugh. We laugh a lot. Anyway.
How about any new romantic entanglements?
I personally don't know of any for Malia. I don't know who else would love Malia. I think her and Stiles are a pretty great match, but who knows? I mean,
romance for your character. Is it going to be Stiles for a while, or do you think someone else might be coming down the pipeline for her?
Coyotes are very loyal in real life, and they usually find a mate and stick with them till the end. However, that's a little dramatic for two teenage kids to make that decision so soon, but I do think that she will be very loyal to him for a while.
Well, good.
So how does Stiles feel about Malia, his girlfriend, kind of focusing on school and not so much on him this season?
oh, he loves it. He's all for it because it means that then they'll be together next season. That's his whole goal. He wants everyone to stay together. So yeah, he wants her to get the grades and become a senior and graduate on time, and you know.
Well, how does she feel as we start the season about Stiles still? Does she still deeply in love with him?
Of course. I think Coyote's made for life, and this is her guy. But does that mean he feels the same way? I don't know. I'm sure it'll be an up and down battle. But I think at the core of it, there's a really special and non-traditional relationship there, which I love. So Dylan, Malia winds up with Scott, maybe?
What the fuck? Be careful here, because somebody from the audience is going to throw something at my
head.
For Malia, Stiles was a big grounding force. He was her anchor. So with him gone, she goes out of control a bit.
Your relationship with Stiles, where are we going to see it go this season? Will Stiles finally be the big spoon between the relationship?
That's you know what? I think it's time for Stiles to be the big spoon. I think so too. It might be really uncomfortable for Malia, but you know, role play. You know, I think the hardest part for Malia, her biggest challenge was fitting into the pack. And Stiles' character was very instrumental, as you know, to help Malia get into that pack and behave. So to see the trajectory of Malia, it's fun as an actor to play. But I don't think I would have predicted.
I really enjoyed like the Stalia, like the unique scenes that Dylan and I got to do, the freaking highlighter stuff. There's so many photos of me online with highlighters, which if you're not a Teen Wolf viewer, you have no idea what that's about. You're missing out.
Shelley, where's Malia today? Is she still with Scott? What's she up to?
Oh, right, relationship-wise. I didn't even think about that. I feel like she's playing with both of them.
Both of. Oh,
Scott and Stiles. No, I don't know. Well, you know, she ended with Scott. Maybe she's there, but maybe they're in a throuple.